I'm betting since you clicked on this video, you are wanting to open an Etsy shop to make money on your own time at home. So keep watching and I'm going to show you how I replaced my nursing income with my Etsy shop. To start making money, you're actually going to have to open up your Etsy shop. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 simple steps that start from the very beginning on how to do that. So step 1, you are going to plan what you're going to sell in your Etsy shop. On Etsy, you can sell handmade, digital, or vintage items. Make sure that whatever you're selling, it's something that you enjoy. If you hate going antique shopping, do not sell vintage items. If you're not that good with online products, don't sell digital items. If you are not that creative, then don't sell the handmade items. But there is plenty of options for you guys to pick something that you can actually make money from and not dread doing every single day. Back in 2020, when I started my shop, my aunt had given me a sewing machine and I really loved playing around with it. So that's where I came up with the idea to sell handmade baby items, and I got into hand embroidery from there, and it just worked out. I really love doing it. So don't stress about it. Go on to Etsy as a search and you'll get some ideas, some inspiration, and find something that you'll love to do. Step 2. Speaking of searching on Etsy, step 2 is do your research. After you find a product that you want to sell and you're going to love doing it, go on to Etsy and find shops that sell similar products. I can't stress this enough. Do not copy everything about their shop. It's just not the very polite thing to do. You want to just get inspiration from these shops. Think about what you like about them. Think about what you don't like about them. Look at their reviews. What do the customers like and what they don't like? You can even look at things like their banner, their name, just to get some ideas. You never know what's going to spark inspiration. Another great place to do this is getting some inspiration on other social medias such as Instagram, TikTok, and even Google. Just search in the search engines the product that you're wanting to sell or make, and you'll be able to find all kinds of inspiration. Pinterest is also a great one to look at. Step 3 is to create your brand and pick a name for your shop. This one is kind of hard, and in my next couple of videos, I will go into all of these steps in detail. And so this one needs a little bit more detail that I'm going to give in this video. So picking a name is kind of hard. You don't want to pick something that's super on brand, like if you're selling dog bandanas and you're a dog bandanas company, it's a little too on the nose. But you also don't want something that is completely out there that nobody's going to connect the dots. Honestly, when I picked my name, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to sell, and I wanted to leave it open to being able to sell different stuff. So don't go by my example, but give you some examples to help you name your shop in my next couple of videos. In this step, after you have picked a name, you also want to think about your branding. So what fonts are you going to use? What colors are you going to use? You want to kind of be consistent throughout all your social medias so that people will be able to see that and realize that that is your brand as soon as they see it. So you're going to want to think about that. Again, this is where you're going to look at inspiration, pick colors that you like that will kind of go with the products that you're selling. Different fonts, different styles of how you're going to post stuff. That's all part of your brand and picking a name. Another part of this step, you're also going to want to create your first product. So you picked a name, you picked colors and all that kind of stuff. You want to actually create your first product so that it's all cohesive. You'll actually have something to list when it's time. So if you are selling a digital product, you want to just start playing around with some of the websites there to create digital products. Start looking around for vintage items if that's what you're going to sell. Maybe do a few trial runs of making your handmade product if you're going that route. And then you'll be able to pick your logo as well. All right, we are moving along here and we are on step 4, which is actually opening your Etsy shop. So like I said before, I'm going to go into details of each of these steps in my next couple of videos. So I will show you exactly how to open up your Etsy shop and create an Etsy account from the very beginning. But essentially, you're going to go on to Etsy.com And actually, I'm going to link below. If you click the link below and open your Etsy shop through there, you're going to get your first 40 listings for free. So start with that, click on that, and it pretty much just walks you through step by step on how to create your Etsy seller account. Again, I will go into more detail exactly how to do all of that in my next couple of videos. So if you hit the subscribe button, you'll be able to get a notification for when I post these videos. So now we are on to step 5, which is the last step. And you're actually going to be listing your product. First, you need to take photos of your product. Taking good photos is super important. I think this is one of the most important things other than the actual quality of your product. It's going to be the first thing that people see when they find your product, because the Etsy search doesn't show you the shop first. It shows you a single product. And the picture is what you see first before you read any words or descriptions or anything like that. After you take the photo of your product, you're going to want to actually put it onto Etsy, but first you got to figure out what you're going to charge people for it. There's a couple different ways you can do this, but the main formula is materials plus supplies and shipping, plus the time it took you to make the product, plus a profit for yourself should equal how much you charge the customer. There are other ways, like asking a family member what they would pay for it, doing some research again on Etsy, seeing what other people are charging for similar products. But you want to make sure that you are paying yourself enough money to make all this hard work worth it. So you have the photographs, you have what you're going to charge people. Now you're going to actually list your item on Etsy. And there you go. Congratulations, you've just opened an Etsy shop. I think the top thing to take away from any video that you watch on how to open an Etsy shop is that you just have to do it. You're never going to learn if you don't just do it. You have to open it. It's not going to be perfect right away. You're going to change the way you do things. You're going to change probably what you make. I don't think I sell any of the items that I first started out with anymore. I'm completely different. I didn't do hand embroidery when I first opened my Etsy shop, but I didn't know that until I started. And although you want to have an idea of maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 listings and products of what you're going to sell, don't worry about thinking, oh my gosh, I'm only going to have a couple items. Nobody's going to buy it. A lot of the bigger shops have 20, 30, even 50 items in their shops. That stuff will come to you eventually. I had an idea for 4 products when I first started my Etsy shop, and now I think I have over 40 items in my shop. So all of that stuff came over time, and a lot of them came from customers. I took custom orders, so I got ideas to do more products, different styles of products, and everything like that. Inspiration will come to you as you keep on working. So just get started. Just do it. Just follow these steps. And you will do absolutely great. Turn the notifications on so that you'll know when I post the in-depth detail on each step. And let me know below if you have any questions or if you want to see a specific thing about Etsy shops and selling products online.